Hi, in this video I will explain the keyword public in Java and its importance with an example. And if you want to see the code directly, you can just download the code from this GitHub location, and you can navigate to this public case one folder, and where you can see the example straight away. Okay. And if you want to see the live code, I will just create a new project directly, and we can explain. I will explain it from there itself. Okay. So it is your choice. If you want to skip the live coding, you can just directly go to this location and do the things. And you can run the code with either Maven or Gradle, anything of your choice. So Maven and Gradle are just build tools which will make the things easy for compiling and running the programs. Okay. So let me get started with the new project. So I will just go to file, new project. Just say the project name as public. Location, you can choose any location of your choice where you want to create this project. And the language Java, and build system you can use either Maven or Gradle or IntelliJ. Okay. For now the simplicity I will just choose IntelliJ. If you have Maven installed, then you can choose Maven as well. So let me, and if you tick this, it will add a sample code as well for the starting program. Okay. So just create it. So it has created sample program automatically for you. So here, so we are talking about public keyword, right? So basically the public keyword is an access specifier. So as the name indicates, access specifier, it controls the security level of the different things in Java. Like if you apply it prior to class, then it indicates that this class, the named as main, can be accessed from anywhere in the Java context. So that is the main meaning. And similarly, it can come in the different contexts. We will see those contexts one by one by creating a new class. Okay. So let me create a new class. Say employee. Okay. So let me create a package for it. So just I will say package. It is just to create a folder structure for our class. Okay. Float Java employees. So the top level folder will be com and then jk and then explore and then Java and then employees. Okay, this is the folder, and there I will be creating this project. So it will show the error. So you just choose here move to package. Okay, and if you can see here, this will be created in the folder structure accordingly. If you go to the finder, see the information. If you see the source com jk explore these things. Okay, and you can see it here. So this is the source folder, and within that you see com folder, another jk folder, another again explore, and then Java. Here your employees, here employee. So this is the folder structure for package, nothing else. And you are saying you are just giving the access specifier as public. It will be the first one here. Okay. Now I will say I will create one field. Okay. Public int id. Okay, this one field. Another field public string name. Okay, so we will create a constructor for this. Say command n and just constructor, create constructor with both the fields. Okay, and this also I am giving public by, and I will create getters as well through the command n, and then just select here getter and setter. So you will create for these two fields. So that's it. So we have created everything with the public keyword. So here the public keyword is for the class where this class definition can be used. So that is here. Okay, And here the public is for this particular member or field, whatever you say it as id, right? This is one field of the employee or one member of the employee. Okay, so for this field we can access it from anywhere. That's what public indicates. Similarly, the name means another field, and this field also can be accessed it from anywhere. Okay, similarly, now if you see the constructor to create the employee class instances. Okay, so here also we are giving the public keyword. That means we can access this employee constructor anywhere. In the same fashion, we are applying the public keyword for all the methods. Okay, that's what it is. Now let us go to the main. So let me create a package for this as well. Package com.jk.explore.java. Okay, so let us keep it here. See public. You cannot use public directly because it is reserved keyword. You cannot use it as part of the package also. So public example I will say. Okay, let us create a move to package. So it will create those folders, public example within that main class. Okay, this main you can just rename it as anything of your choice. Say if you want to rename it as public example. Okay, so just rename it. You will rename file, because this file name should match with the class name. So this file name public example. Okay, and now here we have the main method, and if you run it, it will run as usual. So hello world printed, right? So now let us see how we can create. See, now you are just typing here employee, and automatically it will showing you the employee class that is defined in the employees package. Okay, so how it is being displayed here, because it is public, because inside the employees folder here we have declared it as public. That's why it will automatically showing it here. So employee equal to new employee, and say id1 and some name is xyz. Okay, and here I see here, since it is public, you are able to access the constructor here. Okay, let us assume that we have made it private. Okay, so you see automatically it is showing the problem, one related problem, and see here that is pointing to this place. Make employee public, because employee is a class, within that employee is a constructor. You should make that as public if you want to use it here, otherwise you cannot use it. So it will clearly showing. So if you make the employee constructor as private access specifier, so it will clearly give you the error. Okay, because you cannot access if it is private. So that's the main thing. So we shall keep it as public. Similarly, if I here we have seen already, if it is private, for example, we make it as private, and it will give you the error. First of all, you cannot directly create employee class as private, because if it is private, you cannot access it from anywhere, so it will not allow you. So see, change access modifier, and it will show the error here also. Here also it will show the error if you save it. Okay, so that's why it will not allow to run it from there. So we shall keep it as public. Now let us see the field id and name. Since id and name are public, we can access these two also from the public example class. So now let us say employee, I want to print them. Okay, just system dot out dot println employee dot id. Okay, so directly now I am just printing the employee id. Okay, and see employee id is 1. So how I am able to access directly with the field, because it is public. Otherwise if for namesake, if I make it private, so it will show one problem. because id, you see it is showing it as an error. If you see the error, replace with getter, or because getter is public, you can use that one, or make employee.id in employee class id field, you should make it public. So that is what it is giving you the error. So that's why you should name it as public if you want to access them directly. Okay, so that's one thing. Similarly, the name name also, since public, you can access them directly here. Okay, let us make it as static import now out dot println employee dot name. Okay, since it is the public field, I am able to access it from the another class. Okay, that's one thing. So if you run it, should be printing both id is one, name as xyz. Okay, that's the thing. Now let us go to the methods get id. Okay, so get id and get name, these two are also public. Since these two are public, you can access them here. Okay, from any class. Say in our case it is public example class. I will say out dot println employee dot get id. See, and similarly you can just say out dot println employee dot get name. So if you run it, it is going to print all the things. So you are able to access the fields if they are public directly, and if the methods are public, you can access them directly. Okay, for namesake I am making it as private. Okay, and see it is automatically showing you the error. Here I will also make it as private. Okay, so not this one. Get name also I am making it as private. So here it is showing the problem because get id and get name cannot be accessed. If you see the error here, make employee.get id public. If you want to access that method, that should be public, otherwise you cannot access it that here. Similarly for get name, if you want to access it there, you should make it as public. So private is completely opposite of public. Okay, so that's why if we make it private, you cannot access it outside the class. If it is private, you can access them only within the class, within the same class. Okay, so that is a major thing. One is public at the class level. That means this class definition can be accessed from anywhere. Okay, within the other classes. Similarly, the field is public. You can access that field directly from other classes. Similarly, the constructor, so you can if it is public access, if it is having, then you can access it with directly the constructor, you can access it from other places. Similarly, the methods, if it is public, then you can access it from outside, otherwise you cannot access it. So this is a simple example. So another thing is, if you extend this employee by some other class, okay, there also you can just access the same thing. Say, let me create a new class, new Java class, say salaried employee. And this extends employee. Okay, and if we see here, then okay, so that means you should have a matching constructor here. So I am just creating the constructor there, and here if I declare a toString method here, if I want to print display equal to employee name, you can access that with the SOPR. SOPR is actually used for accessing the members of the SOPR class, that is employee is a SOPR class. SOPR.id plus Similarly, this plus symbol is just used for string appending, okay, nothing more than that. Similarly is id, and then name, just super dot name. Okay, so here I am referring to the super class id, so it is not giving any error. I am referring to the super class name, it is not giving any error. Okay, if I make that as private, okay, private, and here also private. Okay, so now it will show the two related problems. One is here related problems, we can expand it here. See, it is showing errors in the toString method. So id cannot be accessed, name cannot be accessed because they are private in the superclass. So if you make them public, then you can access them. Okay, public, early public. So now you see there is no complaint in these two places, that error gone. Okay, so that is the thing. So if it is public, the subclasses of this employee can access it. Okay, now let us assume that we have defined a new class here. That's already we have defined this public example, right? It is altogether in a different package. Okay, if you see the public example class, okay, this is in public example folder. Okay, but if you see the employee class, see, and this is in different folder. Okay, because you see this is in employees package and this is in public example package. So even though the public example class is in different package, okay, because employee is in one package, public example class in another package, despite they are being in separate packages, this class is able to access the all public members of employee class. So that is another thing. So basically it is very simple thing is that if it is public, they can be accessed within the package, in another package, or in the subclasses, or anywhere they can be accessed if it is public. If it is not public, you cannot access them. So that is the basic thing in the context of Java. Of course, there are other security things like protected, default, and where they have different meanings. We will see that separately. Okay, basically just think that public can be accessed anywhere. And if you see the previous thing, if you see the Java doc, actually for this public keyword, they will say public modifier. This can be accessed within the same class. Okay, it can be accessed within the same package. It can be accessed or in other package, whether it is the same package or different package, anywhere that can be accessed. It can be accessed in the subclass as well. It can be accessed in the entire world in the Java context. Okay, so basically public is without security. You can access it anywhere, whether it is constructor, whether it is field or member, or it is the method or anything. Okay, hope you understood it. Thank you very much for your time.